Hi, I'm Christina Rodenbeck from the Oxford Astrologer, and this is my friend Sally Kirkman from sallykirkman.com. And we're going to talk to you about the sign Aries.
First sign of the Zodiac.
Yay! Aries begins at spring equinox and ends when the sun moves into the constellation of Taurus. It's symbolized by the ram, which is the sheep, actually, with the curly horns. And Sally, you have Aries rising, don't you?
I do, which is probably why I'm wearing red. Yeah, and I mean, there's the horns. I kind of frown like the horns for Aries, actually, because you're always kind of keen to get going and do things speedily as an Aries.
Yeah, it's the sign of initiative, isn't it?
Yep.
It's the sign of get up and go. It's the sign of I want to say it's the sign of attack. It's the reason Sally was saying, of course she's wearing red, right, as an Aries rising, is because it's ruled by the red planet Mars.
Yep, absolutely. So, and that's all the associations with red and Mars, blood, kind of fire.
And soldiers.
Soldiers, it's the military.
Yeah.
It's soldiers, the military. That's right.
And passion.
Very passionate.
Oh, yeah.
Very passionate. About lots of things. You know, passion doesn't just mean the thing that you were inferring. Yeah. Although it's about the libido. It's about sex, isn't it?
Yeah, it's libido. Sexy. But it's libido also in the Jungian sense, as in what drives you, what fires you up is Mars. So in other words, what we're saying about Aries is it's a very fiery, passionate, driven sign. It's the first sign, so therefore it's like coming in. Aries in general can be people who seem to have come into the world innocent, knowing very little. And they have to, I find with Aries, you know, when I have clients with Sun or other planets, a lot of planets in Aries, that they have to experience life in order to learn. You can't just tell them, oh, go read a book about it. It has to be, you know, you have to actually go and have that direct experience if you're an Aries. It can also be like a really athletic sign.
Yeah, really sporty. Yeah. And it's very physical as well. So, I mean, and that's what you were talking about made me think, you know, it's that just do it, isn't it? It's they leap into action. They need to experience life rather than try and work it out mentally. They need to just leap in and do it. And very good at starting things, actually, Aries as well. Really good. They get easily bored, impatient, bored. So very good at starting things, not always so good at completing them.
No, it's not, you know, if you want to inspire a group of people, or you want someone to take the initiative, or you want to a pioneer, it's a sign I think of pioneers. I think of, I have a particular Aries friend who I just love, she's married to a Libra, which is perfect for, you know, from an astrological point of view. She's married to her opposite sign. And, but she is someone who has pioneered all her life, and in ways that I find really surprising. Like I didn't know this, but she was a plumber in the 1980s and 90s, and she kind of won prizes for this. And you know, but it was very unusual in those days for a woman to be a plumber. So she was like pioneering in this role of actually going out and doing the physical thing, which is very Aries, and the being first.
Yeah. I mean, they are trailblazers.
Yeah.
I mean, in Aries also, that's the other thing. They like to be first. They also like to win. Incredibly competitive, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, there is. So what's the dark side? What's the shadow side to Aries?
Well, anger, I think. Don't you? There's that, they get so impatient, they get angry, they get fiery. So there's a volatility about Aries that, you know, and that kind of puts people off sometimes, because they just explode. That to me is one of the shadow sides of Aries.
I'd say the other one is that competition, which is great if you're actually in a competition and you have someone who wants to win, you know, and who's eager. But if you're not, if you see things as competitions when they're not actually competitive, that can be a bit of a problem.
And it is kind of me first, isn't it?
Yes.
They can be very, you know, there can be a selfish side to Aries. It's me first. It all has to be about Aries, you know, listen to me. Because I think that side as well is a potential shadow.
Yeah, and funnily enough, people always, one does tend to think, oh, well, Aries, they're going to be very assertive and aggressive. And actually I know quite a lot of Aries who are quite soft, actually, in a way. And I think that's to do with this innocence, that they're not, that they're learning from experience in the world. It's like, if you imagine, that we're all, some people have multiple past lives, they're old souls, and some people have young, innocent souls. And I think that Aries are more like that.
Yeah, and actually for me, there's, I mean, if you know the tarot, the Fool.
Yeah.
The card of the Fool with a little knapsack on his back, setting off into the world. Oh, it's all new and exciting. That is such a lovely side of Aries, I think.
Yeah, and often it makes them really good actors. Because they're able to just experience that, being that, whatever that character is.
Yeah, there we go.
Anything else on Aries?
Nope, we're done. She says in an Aries kind of way.
Okay.
Fast.
Next one.
Bye.
Bye.